Buddy, Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast. So, Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I'm a Steelers fan, so I had a lot of concerns going to this game in Atlanta. On paper, right? I mean, Atlanta made a lot of big moves in the offseason, of course. Getting Matthew Judon, getting Kirk Cousins, and seeing how this offense is gonna go. B.J. Robinson, Pittman. Pitts. There was a lot of things going into this game that I was concerned about, right? I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers, we didn't really know who was going to start at the quarterback position. Okay, we knew how the offseason started. It was Russ and then Justin Fields. We had the preseason games and neither quarterback impressed us, but Wilson had some lingering leg issue, and apparently he had a calf issue that's been going on. And it seemed like this was not a game time decision, but in prior 48 hours prior, it seemed like Justin Fields was going to be the quarterback. I had no problem with him being the quarterback. I've always wanted him to start, but I was nervous. And I mean, look, to Justin Fields' credit, he didn't do anything to lose us the game. Okay, he definitely made some plays. Okay, 17 of 23, very efficient, only 156 yards, but we didn't need him to do too much. Okay, Najee Harris and Fields both ran the ball when needed and did really well, controlling the clock. George Pickens had a big game, and there was a touchdown. I mean, there was a big 36-yard completion that Fields had that got wiped out by a BS offensive pass interference call on Pickens. This was a complete game, man. And look, concerns, we didn't score in the red zone. No red zone touchdowns, and that's always been our problem, is our red zone efficiency. We always do a good job of finding a way to be in the red zone, but we're not able to cash in on touchdowns. And I felt like we led the league last year in being in the red zone and not being able to convert on touchdowns, right? So that is going to be a potential problem going forward. Arthur Smith has to find ways to dial this thing up to cash in. But look, I credit Boswell. I mean, he was an absolute sniper today. Okay, we kicked we had all our field goals. There was one situation in the second half where Mike Tomlin decided to go for it. I didn't like that, and we got nothing, no points out of that. But the defense stepped up. I mean, T.J. Watt was a menace all day, right? Not T.J. Watt. Is it T.J. Watt? Yeah, T.J. Watt, right? I get confused with his brother, man. But T.J. Watt was a menace all day, though, right? And, I mean, look, man, our defense is going to carry this team, and that's what I'm excited about, man, because, some of these forecasters predict us to finish last in the division, and I don't see that, right? I mean, when's the last time the Pittsburgh Steelers finished last in the division? Our defense alone is going to be a problem. The AFC North is one of the best, if not the best division in the NFL, and is the best defensive division, in my opinion, overall in the league as well. So this was a good game. For us to go on the road in Atlanta is sounding like a home game for us. Steelers fans, we travel and we needed the crowd help. And it was a good game, good win to start. Prior to this game, I could definitely see us losing this game, starting out 0-1. And for Kirk Cousins, man, it's only game one, but I mean, it looked like the same Kirk Cousins ways, man, throwing bad interceptions in the bad coverage. His last interception was horrible. Okay, he had a fumble early, the one that TJ Watt recovered in the first half. Miscommunication with the offensive line. Okay, I know he's learning stuff like that, but you're a vet. Okay, I mean, they're gonna listen. I will not be surprised if Mike Penix gets put in at some point midway in the season. Even though they paid Kirk Cousins a lot of money, this was not a good showcase game for the Atlanta fans and being at home. Okay, all the talk was about Atlanta. People had the conversation of Atlanta actually being a Super Bowl contender, and you kind of had people scratching their head like, okay, I see some of the things they did. They can win the division. They have a very easy schedule, one of the easiest schedules in the NFL, right? So Atlanta should win games. They should. Listen, on paper, Atlanta should have beaten us today. They should have, in my opinion, right? But the games aren't played on paper, and Atlanta was quickly reminded that our defense is ferocious. I mean, what is it? One of our D-backs, Johnson, and was it Johnson and Jackson? They had the interception. Who was the two guys? Dante Jackson and Deshaun Elliott. Right, man, came up huge, and we won the turnover game in field goals. So you know what? If we're not going to score touchdowns, we're going to win the turnover battle, and that's what happened. We folded Kirk Cousins up a lot, discombobulated him, man. Great game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and can build off of this, right? Going forward, are they going to put Russell Wilson in? That's going to be the next discussion. I didn't think Justin Fields did anything to solidify winning the game, but he definitely didn't do anything to lose a starting job. Lose a starting job currently, and going forward, what can he build off of this, right? Some things I saw about Justin Fields was nice, but he still had on the ball too long at times. Took some unnecessary sacks. Some of that's on Fields, but also our offensive line is still shaky. That was another big question of our team. So we masked some things because our defense was so outstanding today. So we'll see going forward, man. Great win for the Steelers and Mike Tomlin, man. Let me know what y'all think about this game. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.